Thing about M. Night Shyamalan films, or M. Night Shyamalan in general, you either love his work or you hate it. I tend to love it, generally, but I will say that of all his films, I either really love the film or I'm not much of a fan at all. It's been this way throughout his entire career. I feel like his first maybe 5 films or so were really great, really incredible. And over the past, I'd say, decade, they've been hit or miss for me. Some of them I've thought were absolutely incredible, and some of them, I'm just like, I could do without that. But I'm always willing to watch everything that this guy makes. And so, my wife and I went to see Knock at the Cabin this week, and one of the biggest draws for me was Dave Bautista. I've become such a fan of Dave Bautista in the past 5 or so years. I just think he's really underrated, and I think he's a great actor. I do. And if we're going to compare wrestlers turned actors, I choose Bautista over Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson all day. I think he's a more talented actor. I do. He's not just an action star. I feel like The Rock is an action star. He's a great action star. But when it comes to acting, I got to go with Dave Bautista. I think he's funnier, and I think he's a better dramatic actor. But that aside, that was something exciting to me. I was excited that he was like the top billed cast in this. Really excited to see him getting more work where he is like the main draw. But I would have seen it regardless because it's a Shyamalan film. This is one of the first films of his that I've seen that it wasn't a hit or miss. It was somewhere in between. It was pretty good. I really enjoyed the premise. I enjoyed the idea of it. I enjoyed the story. And the performances were pretty damn good. Dave Bautista especially. I thought this was a fantastic outing for Dave Bautista. The way the story played out, I don't know. With a Shyamalan film, usually you know to expect a giant twist, right? I think the twist of this film is that there was no twist. It's like for the first time ever, you're not getting a crazy plot twist at the end of the film. It was pretty straightforward. Like what they said was happening, and that's how the film played out. I liked the idea, though, of having to choose one of your loved ones to sacrifice to save everyone on Earth. And to be honest, if it were me personally, I'm kind of the mind of one of the characters in the films who said, like, fuck them. I choose my family. It would be very hard for me to choose anyone, any stranger over my family. I don't know if that makes me not heroic or what, but but I do think that it would be such an incredibly hard choice to make, especially when faced with like the fact that it's actually true and you actually have to make this decision. That's an incredible premise. I thought it was really, really great. But there was nothing super surprising in it. As I said, the big twist was that there was no twist, and I don't think we've ever seen that in a Shyamalan film. So I liked it for that. I really did. And like I said, the story was good. He's made better films. This was like a 7.5 out of 10 for me. It was pretty good, but it didn't blow me away. Other than Dave Bautista, the acting was like adequate. I thought it was okay. None of the other performances were like, wow. They were really selling it. But Dave Bautista, I really loved him I love seeing him in this role where he was kind of this caring, gentle giant. With the role that he's playing, he's supposed to be intimidating, and he is physically, but temperamentally, he's like the nicest guy. and you really like him, it's... And that's just a testament to his acting ability. I think he did a great job in it. And hey, that pair of glasses really like toned him down a little bit. I don't know what it is. You put glasses on Dave Bautista, it's like putting glasses on Superman. It's like he's Clark Kent now. Kind of unassuming sweetheart. But overall, I think of the Shyamalan films, like I said, it was right in the middle, man. It wasn't one of the stinkers. I really enjoyed Unbreakable, and I really enjoyed Split. But then when it came to the third film in that trilogy, Glass, I was really disappointed by that. So it's not Glass for me, but it's also not, Unbreakable or what was his first, the Bruce Willis film? I don't know. It's eluding me now. Haley Joel Osment. I See Dead People. The Sixth Sense. So it wasn't up there with Sixth Sense or Unbreakable for me, but it was fine. It was fine. And my wife said the same thing. She was like, it was whatever. It was good enough. It wasn't one of his worst films, but it definitely wasn't up there with one of the best. So, that's my opinion. I knew it was going to be a kind of a short one today, but let me know what you guys thought of Knock at the Cabin. It wasn't really scary to me, but it was suspenseful. It was a fun movie. It kept me engaged the whole time. And there were some brutal scenes, like when the Four Horsemen people had to take each other out. That was rough. Like when these people knew that they were next to be sacrificed, it was rough. But I really enjoyed this idea that the antagonists of the film were not scary. They weren't bullies. They weren't violent towards the characters that they had imprisoned at all. And it kind of made it a little eerie in itself, that it's like they're foreboding in the sense that they're holding you there. They're making you make this choice, but they're not making it for you. They're not beating you or torturing you or intimidating you. They're just trying to convince you to take one of your own lives. So I enjoyed it for that. I really did. But yeah, I'd love to hear what you guys think. Let me know in the comments below. What did you think of Knock at the Cabin? What do you think of Dave Bautista as an actor? And are you team Rock or team Bautista? I gotta know. Let me know in the comments below, or reach out on Instagram or Twitter if you happen to be listening in podcast form and there's nowhere to comment. Reach out over there. And I love to talk entertainment and pop culture, so anything you guys want to talk about related to films, TV series, entertainment, any of this stuff, I'm willing to go back and forth with you. I love doing it. And that's what I do on this channel. I talk entertainment and pop culture for the most part. And I try to do it daily, hence the name Daily BS. So yeah, if you're interested in that sort of thing, please subscribe to the channel or favorite or follow Daily BS Podcast to get more. And if you do decide to stick around, then I'll talk to you again tomorrow. Thanks.